Well, welcome to the first module in the Chooboo online marketing course. What we're going to cover in this module, well, first thing is I'm going to try to convince you why marketing online makes sense for your business. Secondly, once I've convinced you of that, is how you should go about setting the objectives for your website, and specifically what the calls to action should be for your website. And then to mention very quickly what's going to be covered in future modules within this course. So let's get started. Why market online in the first place? Well, the statistic from Microsoft collected about 2 years ago, over 2 years ago, shows that the vast majority of people will check a company's website before they buy from them. That's a large statistic, and I think 2 years later it's probably even going to be higher than that when you consider the availability of internet access, and also the way people check the internet these days. They can check through a computer, obviously through a computer or laptop. They can check through their TV even, but a lot of people now check through their mobile phones. So when you consider the widespread availability of the internet and devices for people to check websites on the internet, it really underlines the fact that every company needs a website of some description. Well, let's assume that you think that having a website makes sense. Well, here's some common sense. And I don't apologize for making the points in this next slide, because so many companies overlook this when they're planning their website design. Essentially, everything that you do in your business is about trying to make money for your business, or else there's really no point in it. So from an online marketing perspective, if you're going to market your business online, it has to lead to more visitors to your website. Once those visitors land on your website, well, it generates more leads for your business, and that will lead, hopefully, to more sales. You'd be amazed at how many businesses overlook the simple fact of why they need a website there in the first place. It starts with designing the objectives for your website, which in simple terms are defining the calls to action. What is it you want a visitor to your website to do following a visit to your website? Do you want them, for example, to make contact? I'm sure in most cases that is the case. Do you want them to make contact by email, by filling out a contact form? Do you want them to pick up a phone and phone you? Do you want them to refer a friend? Do you want them to sign up to an e-zine? Let's say you want to send out a monthly e-zine. Do you want them to buy from you if you have an e-commerce site in place? Or simply you want them to feel good about making a purchase by going to a professionally designed website? A lot of these things, once again, might seem like common sense, but how many times, for example, would you have gone to a website for a restaurant trying to find their phone number and find it practically impossible to find the phone number, and therefore perform the call to action for a restaurant, which is to phone up and make a reservation? So be very clear about your website objectives and your calls to action. Here's an example of our own site, and this is the contact form from our own site. You'll see very clearly represented at the top of the site here are the phone numbers, the free phone numbers from the UK and from the Republic of Ireland. We've also got our contact form there, and we've got opportunity for people to build their own quotation, or to refer someone to us, or become a partner, or attend a webinars that we run, or to join our mailing list to receive information about future promotions that we run. Our calls to action are very clear, and they're represented clearly on every page of our website. I recommend that very strongly. Okay, well, in summary, every business, I think you'll agree, at this point should market themselves online. I think there's no reason why that shouldn't be the case. Your website's simply all about trying to make your business money. Like everything else you do in business, it has to be about the money. Otherwise, there's simply no point in it. You may design the most beautiful website in the world, but unless it's all about the calls to action, making your business money, there's simply no point in it. So set out your calls to action very, very clearly. What is it you want a visitor to your website to do, and represent that on every page of your website as straightforward as you possibly can. On the next module, we'll be showing you probably the most important thing that any small business can do to market themselves online. It's important because it is absolutely free, and it's extremely easy to do, and is exceptionally powerful for your business. So, look forward to seeing you in the next module.